Good morning all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel Mannu Sir's Institute. Today we are going to start exercise 6.2. Before this I taught you exercise 6.1 and the basic things required to solve the questions. You can click to the I button to see those previous videos. Okay, so now we will start exercise 6.2. First of all, we will learn all the basic things about this, then we will solve the questions from the exercise. Okay, in this exercise we will discuss about so many different types of angles, okay, which can be used to solve the questions. Transversal lines. What is a transversal lines? If two parallel lines are intersected by another line at two distinct points is called as transversal line. Okay, suppose these are the two parallel lines I am drawing here, L and M. Suppose these are the two parallel lines and a transversal line intersect them. A third line intersect them, suppose N. So this is called as transversal line. Okay, whenever two parallel lines are cut with another line, then it is called as transversal line. This line is called as transversal line. Here so many different angles we will get. Okay, that angles I am writing. Suppose we will start with the clockwise. This is angle 1, this is angle 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is clockwise. Clock is rotating in this way, so I have numbered in the clockwise direction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Under 4 you write 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so there are 8 angles we got from the two parallel and transversal line. Okay, now we have to learn the relation between all these different angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these different angles. We have to learn the relation. The first relation is corresponding angles. Okay, the first relation is for corresponding angles. Which angles are corresponding here? See, this outside angle, okay, angle 1 is equals to angle 5. Okay, one exterior angle, one interior angle are equal. Angle 1 equals to angle 5. Similarly, angle 2 equals to angle 6. Angle 2 equals to angle 6. Okay. Next, angle 8 equals to angle 4. Angle 8 equals to angle 4. If we will rotate the diagram and you see from this side, you will find that angle 8 equals to angle 4. Angle 7 equals to angle 3. Angle 7 equals to angle 3. This is the relationship between the angles for corresponding angles. So if this angle is 50 degree, this also will be 50 degree. If this is 40 degree, this angle will be 40 degree. Okay, so directly you can write these two angles are equal because of corresponding angle. Okay, so where we will get this type of angle? Suppose there is a triangle, okay, and here one more parallel line I have drawn. ABC is a triangle. This is DE. Getting? ABC is a triangle and this is DE. See, these two are parallel line. This is these two are parallel line and this is transversal for it. So this angle equals to this angle. Is it? This angle equals to this angle. Is it? Looks like that. See? Isn't it? So these two angles will be equal. Similarly, if I will rotate the diagram, from this, these two angles will be equal. Getting? So from a triangle we can easily able to prove that two triangles are congruent or equal by writing these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal. The condition is that DE should be parallel to BC. DE should be parallel to BC like this. If it is not parallel, we can't say whether these two angles are equal or not. Getting? So this is about corresponding angle. Okay. Next is alternate interior angle. Any Z shape, okay, any Z shape, N shape or reverse Z shape will be taken as alternate interior angle. How? These two angles will be equal from Z shape. Okay, these two angles will be equal like this. So anywhere if you will see Z shape or N shape, you can directly write those two angles are equal. So from this figure, can you find out any Z shape? Look at here. This line going in this way, so it looks like it is in Z shape. So angle 4 equals to angle 6. Angle 4 equals to angle 6. Alternate interior. Alternate means one after the other. Suppose three numbers I will write. Okay, so first number, second we won't take, third number. This is alternate, leaving the middle one, the next number. So similarly, suppose 4 I will take, leave the fifth angle, take 6. So fourth and 6 are equal. Similarly, if I will take 3, leave the fourth angle, take 5. Angle 3 equals to angle 5. But the best way to identify alternate interior angle in any figure, if you can find out Z shapes, then those are alternate interior angles, either reverse Z shape. So angle 3 equals to angle 5 and angle 4 equals to angle 6. Only alternate interior we are taking, not exterior. Exterior means outside angles. Getting? Interior means inside angles. So Z shape or N shape angles are alternate interior angle. Next is co-interior angle. Which are co-interior angle? If you can able to see the shapes like this or like this, either C, okay, either C shape. So these angles are co-interior angle. Okay, these angles are co-interior angle. Can you able to find out any angle like that? Yes, this looks like this shape. Okay, so angle 3 plus angle 6 is 180 degree. These angles are not equal, but when we will add, we should get 180 degree. Okay, so by adding these two angles, we will get 180 degree. These are not equal. Okay, sum of two angle is 180 degree from co-interior angle. One more pair of angle is there. See this shape, it's look like this. Okay, so from here angle 4 plus angle 5 is 180 degree. Angle 4 plus angle 5 equals to 180 degree. Okay, so in co-interior angle, when we will add two angles, it should be it must be 180 degree. Getting? Next is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle already I have explained you in 6.1. Whenever you will see any X shape angles, these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. Okay, so from this figure, which two angles are equal? Is it look like X shape? So angle 1 equals to angle 3 and angle 2 equals to angle 4. Okay, angle 1 equals to angle 3 and angle 2 equals to angle 4 we will get, and two more pair of angles are there. Angle 5 equals to angle 7 and angle 6 equals to angle 8. These are vertically opposite angle. These are inside the X shape angles we can able to see. These are lying in the X shape type of angles. Okay, so whenever you will see any X shape, you can directly write these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal. Okay, so these are vertically opposite angle. Next is linear pair angle. Linear pair angle I have already explained you. A straight line is always of 180 degree, and if it is bisected into two parts, then the sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Getting? A straight line is always 180 degree, and if it is bisected into two parts, then these two angles are, if we will add, we will get 180 degree. So here from the figure, angle 1 plus angle 2 180. Okay, angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180. Angle 3 plus angle 4 is 180, and angle 4 plus angle 1 is 180. Is it? Okay, these are linear pair angles. Similarly, for the second parallel line, we will get angle 5 plus angle 6 is 180. You just look at the diagram. Okay, angle 6 plus angle 7 180. Angle 7 plus angle 8 180, and angle 8 plus angle 5 is 180. Okay, so these are the linear pair angles we will get from the transversal lines. Okay, so these are all the conditions from transversal angles which you have to remember while solving the questions. Okay, so after learning all the basic things from the transversal lines, now we will start the exercise. The first question of the exercise, it is given in figure. Find the values of x and y. Show that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, we have to find the value of x and y, and we have to show that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so we don't know whether AB is parallel to CD or not. So what we will do? Is it a straight line? It is a straight line. Okay, so by adding these two angles, how much we will get? We will get 180 degree. Getting? So first we will use linear pair angles condition, that is from the figure x plus 50 degree equals to 180. X plus 50 is 180. X equals to 180 minus 50. x equals to 130 degree. How much we got? X we got 130 degree. Now can you see this is Z shape, isn't it? This is Z shape. So angle x equals to angle y. Why? Because it is alternate interior angle. Okay, x equals to y equals to 130 degree, alternate interior angle, because alternate interior angle. So x and y, value of x and y are same. This is 130, so this is also 130. So both the angles are equal. According to alternate interior angle, these two angles are equal. That means if we can use alternate interior angle condition, linear pair angle condition in transversal line, then AB is parallel to CD. Since we are using alternate interior condition for the transversal line, so AB is parallel to CD. Getting? Next question. Now question number 2. In question number 2 it is given in figure, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, and y ratio z equals to 3:7. Find x. Here y z is given, x we have to find out. Okay, so first of all we will remove the ratio from the values. Let y equals to 3a and z equals to 7a. Okay, whenever you are removing ratio, you use some variable with the number. Okay, so I have taken a as the variable. Now can you see, by adding these two angles we should get 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angle. See the shape, it is C shape or reverse of C shape. Okay, this angle is equals to this angle. Why? Vertically opposite angle. So here I am writing y. Okay, these two angles are equal because these are vertically opposite angle. Now this shape is C shape, isn't it? This is C shape. So y plus z is 180 degree. Okay, so y plus z equals to 180 degree. Why 180 degree? Because co-interior angle. Getting? These two angle when we will add, we should get 180 degree always. What is y? Y is 3a. What is z? Z is 7a equals to 180 degree. 3a plus 7a is 10a equals to 180 degree. Divide 10 here, a equals to 180 by 10. How much we will get? 18 degree. That is a equals to 18 degree we got. Getting? So what is the value of y? Y we have 3a. That means 3 into a is how much? 18. Substitute here. 18 into 3 is 54 degree. Okay. And z is 7a. 7a means 7 into 18. 7 into 18 is how much? 126 degree. 126 degree. So z is 126 degree and y is 54 degree. Okay, so these two angles we got, but whose value we have to find out? We have to find out the value of x, this angle. Okay, from here x plus y is 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angle. So I will use that condition, x plus y equals to 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angle. These are co-interior angle. Okay, what is y? Y is 54 degree equals to 180 degree. X equals to 180 minus 54, that is 126 degree. So x we got 126 degree, as well as z we got 126 degree, isn't it? Z also 126 degree. Now see here, is it looks like Z shape? Yes, it looks like Z shape. So directly also we could have written x equals to z by alternate interior angle. Is it looks like this? This is x, this is z. So Z shape, isn't it? X equals to z. That means 126, 126. Both the angles are equal. Okay. So in this way you can use all the conditions and to find the required values. Okay. Next. Now third question. In third question it is given AB is parallel to CD. This is most important. Always you have to see whether these two lines are parallel, it is given or not. So AB is parallel to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. Okay, that means this is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay, EF is perpendicular to CD. Getting? These are 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay. Now angle GED is 126 degree. Angle GED is 126 degree. This total angle is 126 6 degree total, GED. Okay, we have to find out angle AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE. Okay, so what all the conditions can we able to see? Where is AGE? This is AGE. Okay, can you able to see any Z shape? Isn't it? This is Z shape. See, this line started from here, goes like this, and again it is going in this way. So this angle equals to this angle. This is how much? This is 126 degree. So this also will be 126 degree. Getting? So from the figure, from the given figure, angle AGE equals to angle GED. Angle GED. Why these two angles are equal? Because alternate interior angle. Condition is alternate interior angle. How much is GED? GED is 126 degree. So AGE is also 126 degree. Okay, over these two angles are equal, so both the values will be same. Next is GEF. Where is GEF? This angle is GEF. Okay, this total angle is how much? 126 degree. This is how much? 90. So this will be how much? Getting? Okay, look at here. Angle GED equals to 126 degree. Angle GED equals to 126 degree. Now see, just a rough diagram I am drawing here. This is G, this is E, this is D. Okay, this is GED. This is 126 degree. Now here there is one more angle is drawn, that is F. So this is 90 degree. So this angle is cut into two parts, that is angle GEF plus angle FED equals to 126 degree. Angle GED is cut into two parts GEF plus FED. Okay, when I will combine both the angles, I will get full angle. What is FED? FED is 90 degree equals to 126 degree. Now shift 90 this side, you will get GEF equals to 126 degree minus 90 degree. Okay, so angle GEF is how much? 36 degree. Getting? In this way you can calculate GEF. Look at here, this is GED 126 degree. GED is cut into two parts, GEF, FED. FED is 90, so 90 plus 36 is definitely 126. Getting? In that way we can able to find out. The last one is FGE. The last angle is FGE. Okay, just rough diagram I will draw. This is G, suppose. This is F. This is A. Okay, this angle how much? This angle is 126 degree. Okay, we have to find out GFGE. This is E. Okay, look at here. This diagram you see from here, this line, and this diagram, this line. Is it look same? Yes. So angle AGF is 180 degree. Why? Linear pair, because it is a straight line. Okay, AGF is cut into two parts. One is AGE plus FGE equals to 180 degree. Okay, this angle is cut into two parts, these two parts. AGE is how much? 126 degree plus angle FGE equals to 180 degree, being 126 this side. Angle FGE equals to 180 minus 126 degree, that is 54 degrees. So angle FGE equals to 54 degree. In this way we can able to calculate this angle from by taking linear pair angle condition. Okay, next. Now question number 4. In question number 4 it is given in figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, PQ is parallel to ST. Okay, and angle PQR equals to 110 degree and RST, angle RST equals to 130 degree. Find angle QRS. We have to find out this angle. Okay, so just a construction I will do here. I will just draw a straight line that is parallel to these two. Okay, and I will name it as xy, and I will name it as x and y. Okay, so I have constructed a straight line which is parallel to PQ as well as ST. Okay, it is parallel to both PQ and ST. Why I have constructed? Because now you see this angle looks like co-interior angle, is not it? This is C shape. Okay, so these two angles are, when we will add 180 degree we will get. So from the figure, angle PQR plus angle PQR plus QRX 180 degree. Why? Co-interior angle. Co-interior angle. Okay, these two when we will add we should get 180 degree. Okay, what is PQR? PQR is 110. PQR is 110 plus QRX equals to 180 degree. Bring 110 this side. QRX equals to 180 minus 110. Angle QRX is 70 degree. Angle QRX how much we got? This is 70 degree we got. Okay, similarly this angle plus this angle is 180 degree, again co-interior angle. Okay, C shape. Getting? So angle TSRST, angle RST plus angle SRY equals to 180 degree. Co-interior angle. Always remember, you have to write the condition that why these are 180 degree or why these are equal. Whatever you are using the values, that condition you have to write. Because of this condition these are 180, because of this condition these are equal, like that you have to mention in the answer. Okay, what is RST? RST is 130 degree, so in place of RST 130 I will write, plus angle SRY equals to 180. Bring 130 this side. Angle SRY equals to 180 minus 130, that is angle SRY we will get 50 degree. Getting? So this I got 50 degree. Now what I have taken this as a straight line. We have to find out this angle. This plus this how much? 180 degree, correct? Because it is a straight line. Okay, angle XRY equals to 180 degree. Why? Straight angle. Okay, this is a straight angle. Okay, in XRY there are three angles. XRQ, this plus QRS plus SRY. Okay, SRY equals to 180 degree. Okay, this angle is bisected into three parts: XRQ, QRS, SRY. XRQ how much? 70 degree plus angle QRS plus 50 degree. In place of SRY we will substitute 50 degree equals to 180 degree. Add these two angles, you will get 120 degree. QRS plus 120 degree equals to 180. Bring 120 this side. 180 minus 120, that means angle QRS equals to 60 degree. Okay, so in this way we can easily able to calculate this angle by drawing a straight line which is parallel to both the two lines, and this will form a linear pair angle. Okay, so in this way we have calculated this angle as 60 degree. Okay, next. Now question number 5. In question number 5 it is given in figure, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD, angle APQ equals to 50 degree, angle APQ equals to 50 degree, and angle PRD equals to 127 degree. Find angle X and Y. Okay, so here there are two Z shape we will get. One by one I will explain. Look at here carefully. Look at the diagram carefully. See, this is first Z shape. Okay, this Z shape, which two angles are equal? 50 degrees equals to X. Directly we can write from the figure. Angle APQ equals to angle PQR. Why? Alternate interior angle. Okay, alternate interior angle. Now APQ is how much? APQ is 50 degree. PQR is how much? PQR is X. That means X is 50 degree we got. Okay, X equals to 50 degree we have got directly. Now this is one Z shape I said. One more Z shape is there. Look at here carefully. This line, is it going in this way? Okay, so this is also Z shape. This angle is equals to this total angle. Getting? So similarly, angle APR, okay, equals to angle PRD. Why? Alternate interior angle. Okay, because of alternate interior angle. Okay, APR is sum of two angles, isn't it? It is bisected into two parts. This total angle is bisected into two parts. That means in place of APR I will write 50 plus y equals to PRD. PRD is how much? PRD is 127 degree. Okay, now bring 50 this side. Y equals to 127 minus 50 degree. That means y equals to 77 degree. Okay, y equals to 77 degree. So in this way, by seeing two Z shape, we are easily able to get the value of x and y. Okay, next.